everybody. Welcome to Let's Learn Excel. I'm your Excel instructor. Guys, today we will be covering custom formatting. Actually, custom formatting is nothing but clothing the cells in Excel, or how we can control the numbers in Excel. This is all about. So the advantage of custom format is that they change how a number of text looks like, and this is one of the most useful features in Excel, which can easily be used in our day-to-day database. So guys, you can see this custom format in Excel are divided into four parts. The first is positive, negative, zero, and text. Actually, positive, this is just for positive numbers, and negative, it is self-explanatory. Zero, this is meant for zero, and text, it is for text only. You know, sometimes we display the numbers in Excel in a way that either we cannot type or make the formulas concatenation everything in one go. So it goes very cumbersome and labor intensive on a large database, and then this function comes to rescue. So let me walk you through how we can execute this in our database and make database more professional and consistent. Let me have a look another slide where you have you know um, better understanding about that. The key point, you know uh, as we already discussed, that we have four segments: positive, negative, zero, and text. So if key points, only one format, if we apply only one format, Excel will use that format for all values. If we talk about all values, means all sections actually. There are four type of format in Excel. It could be positive, negative, zero, or text. So other than that, there is no format available. So if you see over here, we are telling if one format is applied, it is applied to across all four segments. And for example, if you just write general, it will be applied for all segments, and the format will be general. If you specify two formats, the first is applied to positive numbers and zeros, and second one is applied to negative numbers. See, whatever we are seeing here, this is very much important for us to read all about that. If you mention three formats, so text actually disappears. Let me show you this example so that you can connect what actually the session is all about. Let me do alt tab to my Excel files. So what do we do if we specify three formats and the text format, which is the fourth format? Let me go back to first slide. Three format. If we specify positive, negative, and zero, if we don't specify the fourth format, actually all text will be disappeared. You can see this example there. So let me see over there. Let me write some data 1, 2, 3, and let me write minus this data, and over there let me write hello. So you can see, let me write some more data so that it will look some real data. Okay, so guys, this is actually the data we have. Maybe let me write invoice. All right, so now the condition is that if we specify three formats, so as I mentioned, control one is the key which actually we use to apply custom formats. So now you see control one actually we use to open this dialog box. So the condition is that if you specify three formats, you know these three formats, suppose we specified fourth one we are not mentioning. So now you see it has hidden everything. Now control Z I'm doing. The condition is that if we specify all the formats, so you can say general, and how we can do that: general, and again general, positive, negative, and zero. This is my zero, and now you see what happens. Actually nothing happens here. So we can actually hide this. Let me try once again. Control one, this, so you can actually understand. Of course, zero my positive number, and minus zero my negative number, and positive, negative, zero, this is my zero. If you do that, nothing actually happens here. So what is the problem in this function, guys? So you can see that 0, 0, 0, positive, negative. So let's understand this. Here we are not specifying form of negative numbers. So let me do that. So what we can do that, if we have to hide negative numbers, so what we can do here, like 0 is positive number, negative we are not specifying, and then zero, and then we are specifying text this way. So positive means 0, negative we are not specifying, and 0 again is 0, and specifying text actually at specifying this. So you can see negative has gone here, negative number has gone here, but other way around, if we have to hide the text, let me type the function how we can do that. So maybe in this scenario we are not specifying positive, negative, and this is actually 0, and if you do that way and see, yes, this actually works here. So control 1, you can see here we have not specified the text format. So you can see the text format is hidden. So I hope it is clear, you guys. So this is actually very important, and the example which you have given, this is given for negative value. So you can take other way around. If you have to hide 0, that we will cover in our uh, session. Now now let me go to this slide. Keyboard shortcuts, actually the format can be applied by using these formats. General format, we can apply control shift tilde. Tilde you can find close to 1 or 2 to the left. Currency format, control shift dollar. Percentage format, control shift percentage. And scientific format, you can see control shift power sign. Date format, control shift hash. And time format this, and control 1 custom format, guys. This is what we are actually using, and these are the formats which actually we use in our day-to-day life. Suppose I give the dot date or whatever. Suppose I give some date like um, 12th November 2019. All right, is this a date? First let's check, is this a date? And let's check this way. Yes, so you can say 12 September 2019. So what we can do in this, control Z, if you have to find out the format, what is the control shift hash date format? So control shift hash, you can see the date format will come this way. So if you apply another format, maybe you can apply, go to date, and you can apply this format. So you can see this format, control shift hash. So control shift hash is the shortcut which you can apply on your date function. So let me show you an example here. Uh, like time format, or maybe let's do percentage format. If I have to write 0.45, so what you can do, control shift percentage. So control shift percentage is a shortcut keyboard which actually works on percentage format. So you can see these are very much useful in our day-to-day task. And now let me walk you through the next task. Guys, this is amazing example where we are telling at sign represents the text actually. This placeholder for text, for example, the following custom format display text values in cyan color. So you can see that we are specifying positive, negative, 0, and then we are telling the at should be cyan. So you can actually check that if I do control Z here, maybe let me come back to the first what the data we had earlier. Let me copy this data and paste it somewhere else because we have the custom formatting there. So now what we want, all text should be colored in red or maybe in green. How we can do that? Just do control 1. In the control 1, guys, you can actually do lots of formatting. So let's do that first. So as you know, this is positive, and this is a positive, negative, or maybe you can do that way, whatever is available. And here we want to specify in square bracket. You can mention green. So what does it mean? It means green, all text should be green. So you can see all text are in green, guys. If you see, now we have selected on this segment. If you select this segment, so guys, what will happen if you type all the values? So understand now, as I mentioned, there are 4 segments in custom formatting. The first one is positive, and it should be separated by semicolon, and then negative, and then again positive, negative, and then 0, and then text. So we want text should be in red color. So in red color, and now you can specify at sign. So here you see, if you type anything over there, this will become red, guys. But if you type 123, it will not become red. If you type -98, so these are the options which you can, guys. Let me tell you something. What we are doing here, we are actually dressing the cell. We are not actually doing anything in data. We actually it's kind of a, you know, we are dressing the cell and disguising the cell. So you can see this hello or whatever. Suppose we have zeros, lots of zeros are there. How you can hide the zeros? Suppose 5 and you have 0 and you have 8 and you have 6. So sometimes we get such kind of requirement where you know, our managers tell us that we don't want zeros. So they, that time, you know, you can't just, you know, paint all the zeros with white, you know, whatever. So you will you do that? No, every time you can't do that. It will be very cumbersome, guys. Trust me, it will be very labor intensive. You will end up, you know, uh, losing that force, you know. So it will be difficult for us to go one by one to all the cells. So what we can do here, you just press control one. Control one again is the key, shortcut key to open this dialog box. So we want 0 to be hidden. How we can do that? As we have discussed already, if we specify three format, okay, or maybe if we don't specify any format, that format is skipped. How we can this is positive and this is negative, and we are skipping that, and we can put at sign. So whatever you skip, so you can see whatever we skip here, that option is disappeared, guys. So you can understand now. Let me go back to my slide and walk you through that. You know, the point which we mentioned, if any format is not specified, the Excel skips that format. This is actually the important part of this session. For example, here we are not specifying any format for negative numbers, and negative numbers will be disappeared by using this format. So let's do that also. Suppose this format. So let me do control 1 and delete that format. Okay, so what we can do here, you can write this is a positive sign, and negative actually we are skipping. Okay, and then we are putting 0 again, and then we are putting at sign. So with this method, you can see all negative values. You can see I'm putting my you know, cursor here. You can see 231 minus. So this value is, you know, disappeared now. So there are a lot more things in our session where we are covering custom formatting. This is amazing, guys. You know, you can explore more on that. So let me walk you through again on this. So custom formatting actually control the numbers, how they should be displayed in Excel. Please understand, custom formats control how numbers should be displayed in Excel. And the advantage of this function is that without changing the data, we actually display the numbers the way we want. So it has four segments. I know now you people can connect because there are four segments: positive, negative, zero, text. Any format, if you escape, that format will be disappeared, or that part of, you know, if you don't specify for negative format, negative values will be disappeared. When I call disappear, you mean you can understand disappear means they will not be visible, but value will be there. So either they will be inbuilt, white paint will happen on that the way we did here in that, you know, this 231. So it is invisible though we have this numbers, guys. If you do anything over there, you know, whatever, that number will not come back. So whatever paint you apply, that number will not come back, trust me. So that number will come only when you remove that custom formatting. So you can understand, and that if any format is not specified, the Excel skips that format. Understand this. And they are the keyboard shortcuts which actually we use, you know, in formatting our cells. And if you look at this, the example is simple. If you look at this example is also very simple. We are actually hiding, you know, all the data kept in column H. So now understand, if we mention 3, you know, semicolon, what does it mean? It will hide all the data. If you just put everything and put control 1 and, you know, put 3 times this semicolon, so it will hide everything. So you can see it will hide all the data. Data is there. Okay, data, you can see data is there. All right, so everything is hidden. So now this is simple. So this is the output you can see in each column here. So if I look at this third example, guys, this is super example, and this is also amazing example. Let me show it to you. You know, while you know, doing some data entry in our Excel file, you know what? Actually, we expect data should be in a proper format. See, It is easy to type 234567890. All right, so if you tell people 235 hyphen, this will actually take some time. So it's up to you how you want to. Let me type some, kind of numbers. So maybe you you are actually forcing the number should look like that way. So let me show you an example. There are 9-digit number 345678901. All right, so it could be any digit 4567889. Let me type 234678. So these are my numbers. I want number should be 3 digit of each, every 3 digit is splitted or separated by hyphen. So you can see that if you write this hyphen 000 hyphen 000. So now you can see this is the sample. If you look at this, the number is coming this way, guys. So now if you suppose in this I column, I want to apply the format, in a way that it is actually easy to read. It is easy to read. Now you can see in I column, I have specified my formatting. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the way I'm putting the number, it is coming in that format. So you can type 567890. So it also comes. So there are leading zeros by default. This actually inbuilt custom functions is putting. So there are all features of Excel which you can't deny. We have to explore lots of things in that, but this is how the number is, guys. If you multiply that number by 2, so you can see if you divide that number by 2, that actually will divide, why? Because this is the number actually, but the number is clothed and we are disguising number in a text separated by hyphen. But actually, if you write 1000, see how numbers come. So this is actually we have put 1000. All right, 1000. So now you see that this is how the number is coming. So it can be very useful in our day-to-day function where we want to read some data, or where we are making some data entry. Suppose if we got some numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Maybe this number is composed of three kind of things like city code, you can say sort code, bank code, whatever, IBAN number. You can see that international bank number. So that number is composed of 3 or 4 segments like country code, bank code or something. So for that matter, you can use such kind of things which can easily be read, or user can feel comfortable to read all the values. And this is very much useful. Let me tell you some more examples. Now this number, if you have to have some leading zeros before a number, so you can specify, like you can do control 1 and go to custom. You can tell that all the numbers should be like you can mention 30 and the number you want from the user is any digit. So you can just say that you can write this number, as much as number you can write. So whatever number user will put 1, 2, 3, 4, so this much digit will come. All right, either that the total length of the numbers. So guys, then it will be very useful for user to put the details. Suppose I'm writing 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you can see that this number is leading zero, having leading zeros, guys. If you have typed 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, so you can see this also has leading zeros, guys. And I hope you are finding this useful. Let me tell you some more examples, guys. Suppose let me make one example here. These are the marks actually. These are the marks we want to status. Uh, so status means if someone scored 30. Suppose let me put some numbers rand between, guys. In rand between, we are putting some numbers from 35 to 40, 35 to 50, guys. So 35 to 50, we are putting some numbers here. So let me control C, control alt V. So understand, guys, this is actually the data set which we have with us, alt HBA. Alt HBA is the shortcut for the formatting of the data, guys. All right. So what we can do, the ask is that the person whose score, the person whose score are above 35, they are actually pass. All right. and the people whose score are less than 35, they are actually fail. So you can see that how we can display that. So what we can do, this is the data, and we have to do some kind of manipulation, like greater than 35 we have all the numbers are 35, less than 35 you can make some numbers like 31, and 30, and 22, and 31. So guys, we have some numbers which are less than 35, they are fail, guys. So how we can do that? So first you just see this data and do control one, guys. If you do control one, you have to go to uh, custom. So what format you can apply, guys, over there? As we mentioned, the format you have to mention less than. So you can mention less than 35, guys. They are actually fail. Less than 35, so you can put that fail. So we have to be very careful while we apply such kind of formula. Equal to greater than 35, we are applying pass. So you can see this is pass, and once we have the format applied, you can see that the format is applied across the D column, guys. As you know, this is the fail guy because the score he got 31, and over here the score are 22, and their score again 31. So this is how you can disguise the numbers in text in custom formatting. This is very useful function. Sometimes suppose this is the data we want to hide, control one, so you have to specify semicolon 3 times, so you can see any data whatever is available in the selected part, it will be invisible or disappeared. So guys, data is there but it will not be visible. If people will do this and that, so you can see they cannot even see the data. So this function has its own importance in Excel, which actually can easily be overcome, and you can learn everything by practicing, exploring more. But in my session I will cover as much as possible. So this session itself will suffice to help understand across custom formatting with all the possible scenarios. So nothing to worry, stay connected in my session, and let's start some more examples here how we can use this in our next example, guys. So now let me take another example. Suppose I have some values 12,345, all right, and I have some more, but 23,456, and I have 21,345. Guys, I have these values. So what actually is happening, I want to show these values in thousand. So how we can show these values? So we can do control one. Understand that if I specify single comma, if I specify single comma, so what does it mean, guys? It means actually thousand. So that is for thousand. You will understand why I'm writing that. If you mention double comma, so double comma means it will specify actually million values. Okay, guys. So if you have if you have comma 3 times, uh, 3 times, so guys, this will specify billion value. So what is happening here? These are the values. If I have to put thousand in the thousand format, what I can do, very simple. I can write zero, and I can write comma. So that very simple. You can see the example. So I hope you like that. 12,000, 23,000, 21,000, guys. This is how the function works, guys. And now if you want to show something like 0.0, so will that work? Yes. So you can see this value also come 12,300 something, whatever, and 23,500 something, and so on. So this is how you can show your value. So I'm just doing control Z, and same way you can do double comma and triple comma. So I hope you can do that, but still let me show you an example. If I talk about million, so let's do that one value for million, like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So this is the value. So you can say this is the thousand separator, and sorry, this is the hundred, and this is a 100,000, this is a million, guys. So how you can find out this is a million? So this last one is the 100, and this is the thousand, and this is the million. So how we'll convert? Let me put some values this way, all right? And how we can do that, and this is the values. All right, so how we can put these values? Actually these value will remain same, because if you do the format, maybe let me do some kind of additional. Okay, 1523 and 1523 5678. So two values are there. So how we can do that? Million format. So you go to custom, and in custom guys you can mention two times comma. If you mention two times comma, so you can see million million. All right guys, so you can put some space also in that way. So these are the values. You can understand 20 12 million 15 million. So three times comma, if you mention, it will come into billion. Guys, this is how you can custom format your cells. So again I'm telling you, this formatting is the clothing for data in Excel cells. We can dress the cells the way we want, and all you need to know, just a little bit of Excel formatting. Control one to do all custom formatting, and we have all available formats over here. So now let me show you one more example. If we have to mention kind of color we have covered, and date and time. Let me cover date and time guys. So if we mention some date over there like 03/12/2018. So suppose these are my dates over there. Okay, so you can do fill series is already there. So now if you do that custom formatting, I want only month to be reflected. So you can see that a month is coming. All right, so if you want only day should come, so you can write DDD, day should come. So four times D means it will give the complete day name guys. All right, so over there if you mention just simple D, it will give you D. If you mention D, it will give you two digit of D. And there are lots of things which you can explore. So DD, MMM, YYYY. So, and you can say D, MM, MMM, YY. So this you can understand. Two times D means two digits of a day, and three times M means DEC, December, like three character of month, and four times Y means that year complete with century, and single D means just simple one digit. And if is two times, it will give the number of the month. And again four times M or whatever, you can see if you mention four times, it will give the complete month name guys. So this is how you can apply your custom formatting in Excel guys. And let me tell you one more example here. Let me think what actually we can do. Okay, so we can actually suppose one example. Let me recall that if we have some values 12.3, okay, and or maybe 12.3. These are the numbers are there. Okay, if we have to showcase these numbers in our two digits without even losing the actual data, so can we put this way, or maybe two decimal? Yes. So this also is working guys, but you can see if I click this, you can see the entire number. So this is also very much useful. So you can do lots of things in your day-to-day work. So guys, let me show you one more example here. Suppose I have one, I have two, I have three, I have four. I have to mention over there 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. But plural, I have to be very careful. They should be plural label text. This is called plural label text. So how we can do that? Do control one and go to custom. And in custom guys, you can mention like in square bracket, we have to mention the condition equal to 1. If equal to 1, we have to mention day, day, day. All right, and then again you can mention, if equal to 1, we can mention day. Again you can mention 0, and then you can mention days, days. So let's see that what result we are getting. So that day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days guys, but we have missed something over there. One day we have mentioned, but we have to specify number also there. You can see one day. All right. So, this is also, useful, guys, if you have to apply this kind of stuff. And this is amazing plural label text. So the examples which we have included in our session today, they are going to be very useful for all of you, and you can explore more on that. So I think we have covered everything. We have hidden all the data and disguise numbers of text. Paint the numbers as red, hide all zeros, display in thousand, millions, and billions. So, guys, thank you very much for joining the session. I hope you found this useful. Thank you very much once again. Have a good day. Bye bye.